Well, hey, how's it going? It is almost 8 p.m. on a Wednesday night, and I'm standing at the end of Sukhumvit Soi 26 where it meets Rama 4. I live right in the middle of the street. If you go, I'm guessing it's about 1 kilometer from here to Sukhumvit. I live right in the center. Up straight ahead, I don't know if you can see those Christmas lights in the tree, is the K Village. And right to the right here is the Big C. And directly on the other side of Rama 4 is Lotus. I'm kind of thinking I might buy a cheap, well, I always say that and then I end up paying a little bit more, but I want to get a sound bar for the TV. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't really figured out how to use my smart TV. It won't work with my little Bluetooth speaker. So what I've been doing is plugging an old laptop with an HDMI cable into the TV and then using the little Bose Bluetooth speaker for the laptop. But for whatever reason, it's not getting that loud. It kind of seems to be playing at 60%. So I might just pay $100 for a sound bar and run it through the TV, put the app on the TV. Anyhow, I'm going to take a look at what Big C has to offer, and then I always walk across the street to Lotus, compare prices. Sometimes one will have an item on sale. And most streets off of Sukhumvit are just that. Sukhumvit Soi 4, 101, etc. My street is also called Soi Ari. Not to be confused with the Ari BTS stop up past Victory Monument. ARI. I'm not sure if that's ARE. If it is ARI, yeah, this Soi Ari is not as common. People just say Soi 26. Just across Rama 4, that large shopping center is the Lotus. You'll also find a Decathlon. It's a French, I believe, sporting goods store, but they have everything in there. Camping equipment, all kinds of Chinese brands. I get my tires there, inner tubes, cheaper Chinese brands. If you go into a bike shop, they'll have, I don't know, Mavic tires. I know that's a wheel. I don't know if they make tires. Anyhow, they'll have $15, $20 mountain bike tires. Where you go over there, that Decathlon, you can just get a Chinese knockoff for $5. That's fine enough for my old beach cruiser. And I think I mentioned they have a nice walkway in between the Big C that goes above Rama 4. If you continue down this Rama 4, I'm gonna guess 2.5 kilometer, it will kind of wind off to the left and hit Sukhumvit up in the Prakanang area in the W district. And you can see the motorbikes. They're picking up customers there that need to probably go down towards the BTS. So yeah, it's 100%, well, I was going to say acceptable. It's 100% happening that they're going to ride the wrong way on this little sidewalk section just for 100 feet, and then they'll jump on the road. It's not that big a deal. Yeah, rather than going down and making a big old complicated U-turn, just head up the sidewalk, that little section, and then get going the right way. I've said that in other comments, and people will say, I 100% hate when they ride up the sidewalk and all. Hey man, this is Thailand. You just gotta go with the local customs. I recommend just walking to one side of the sidewalk, right or left, if you're gonna be taken aback by a motorbike or a bicycle. Bicycles pretty common, but motorbikes, they usually go at a slow, cautious speed, but they 100% will be heading up that sidewalk in the wrong direction. Even in the correct direction, it might take you off guard. So you can get upset about it, you can complain about it, but this isn't Denmark or, this isn't California where that's probably not going to happen. On Sukhumvit, there are signs that say 2,000 baht for riding up the sidewalk. I don't know. I don't know how well that's enforced. I just see it happening every day. Myself, I just stay out of their way. They have business to attend to. And here's an MK restaurant. I think I've ate in there, or an MK on Newt once, maybe twice. It's really popular. You'll find them in every mall. Right as you walk in, they have a little food court, maybe 20 stands. And there's also a watch and key man. I think he does keys. Yes. And like any food court, walk up, put a little money on the card. The merchants, they're all cashless. You can keep a food court card in your wallet if, say, you go into the Terminal 21 all the time. Myself, I just load it up and go back and cash it in when I'm done. And I think I've seen this Total One Stop in one other place. It looks like they have all kinds of, well, they have Total products, whatever they are. They're green, so maybe like is that Makita that's green? But I also see different name brand items in there, if that's important to you, on the wall. And I'm going to take that comment back. It looks like it's all Total products. So there you go. If you want to come over here and do a little woodworking, whatever it is. And I've mentioned it before, but it's worth repeating. The ATM machines, I haven't found one yet, although this is my bank, Bangkok Bank. And every single time I used one of these machines, and for that matter, in different parts of Southeast Asia, when you stick your card in, it's not the old school, put it in and it gives it back before it gives you the money. Here, you get the money, it then asks for a receipt. It asks, are you all done? Then it hands your card back. So don't grab your money, say no to a receipt, and walk off. That machine still has your card. And there's a place called Dental Club. There is no shortage of, I'm sure, quality dentists all over Thailand, much less Bangkok. Myself, I go to probably one of the larger expat places. It's called the Bangkok International Dental Hospital. So the main hospital, and it's just that, I think it's a 6-story building, is over on Soi 2, in between Nana and Plon Chit BTS. I do know they have a couple of branches. Well, I know of one. I think it's in the M. Courtier Mall, but myself, I just go to the one major hospital. It's probably, I'll estimate, 30% more than some of these clinics, but it's state of the art. And before, when I had my dental insurance, they would, how do I say it, do the billing, and then I would just pay the copay. I dropped the dental insurance, and now I'm just paying cash. Here's a Watson's. You'll find Watson's and Boots pharmacies. Well, yeah, I guess they're pharmacies all over town. I've recently found out about Siam Pharmacy, which is at the base of the Plon Chit BTS. My hospital's just around the corner, and 2 doctors have told me, just go there rather than filling your prescription at the hospital. I don't have a whole lot of medicine, but keep that in mind. The way it works at Bumrungrad and probably other hospitals is they just prescribe you XYZ. They tack it onto the bill. You go to the billing department, pay your bill, then you walk over and pick up your medication, normally right next to the billing department. But if you want to maybe find a little bit more competitive rate, just ask the doctor to write you a separate script, then walk it over to, in this case, I go to Siam Pharmacy. They have a pretty nice KFC here if you're kind of easing your way into Thai food. Although, don't let that put you off. Most of the Thai food is not really cooked super spicy. It's kind of cooked normal, and then there's just tons of chili flakes or different vinegar chilies on the table, and then you make it as spicy as you want. I had noodle soup this morning with my friend, and she put 2 gigantic scoops of red chili flakes. I put a half a scoop, and that's spicy enough for me, or you can not put any flakes at all. There's the banana store, just like the tool shop. This is a little bit smaller store. I was in the mall, I think in Pattaya, and it was probably 4 times that large with 20 choices of laptops and all. So keep in mind when you're looking for, say, a laptop, don't go into one of these smaller stores. Pick one of the larger malls, and it's probably going to have a more flagship store. These smaller stores are fine for a smaller item, but when you want plenty of choices and you're trying to pick out that phone or whatever it is, go with the more flagship stores, or flagship size. I mean, you can go to 2 different banana stores and they might be entirely different. Here is the Boots, and that's the other pharmacy, and I'm sure you can probably save money filling your prescriptions in Boots or Watson as opposed to one of the more expensive hospitals in town. I just don't fill a lot of prescriptions, but the few I've had, it just makes common sense to save yourself $15 or whatever it is by just doing it at another pharmacy. And there's a brand new Honda Cub in this little motorbike shop that just opened. I'd mentioned seeing one of these on the street, and somebody said, yep, they're back in production, but when I see something like this, it reminds me of the 1970 model, but looks pretty cool. And this is the Big C and Lotus. They're both as large as a Walmart. They're huge. I'm just trying to think if the Lotus on the other side also has groceries, and it does. I think they all do. But this entire area over here is all produce, groceries, and then behind me, electronics, mattresses, refrigerators, anything you need. And they also have a pharmacy here, Pure Pharmacy. They're going to have everything over here. More specialized items. You want a fancy Bose speaker. In here, I think JBL. Different places will have Bose or Marshalls. That's more a mall item. If you're going to pay top dollar for a little Bose Bluetooth speaker, you're going to go to the Bose kiosk at, say, the Emporium Mall and, yeah, get it there. It's probably not going to be on the shelf here at Big C. And for the cost of that Bose speaker, expect to pay 20 or 30% more than the United States anyhow. I don't know if it's an import fee thing. I know I bought a little Bluetooth speaker for probably 90 bucks. Now, it was on sale. I think it was normally like 105. Over here, that same speaker, I think I saw it for like 145. And you're going to find different brands like this, whatever that is, Hisense. I mean, it's a beautiful OLED 4K screen. And I'm sure Samsung, XYZ companies, they probably all make them at the same factory in Korea, etc. And then they just put different names on them. I don't know. You can see that's a beautiful TV. If you want to get a Samsung, a Philips, a Sharp, it's all here. It's probably no different than, is it Vivio? When it first came to Costco, yeah, nobody knew what it was. And then now it's kind of a go-to TV in the US anyhow. Probably 95% of condos you're going to rent are going to come with a TV and a washing machine and a refrigerator. There are exceptions, and as you're doing your condo shopping, just keep that in mind. If there's a 10-year-old 32-inch little TV in there, that might be a form of negotiation. You know, hey, I'm going to offer you a little less for the rent, and I'm going to go buy a beautiful $500 TV. And everything is flexible over here. If you're way into your TVs and you absolutely need this OLED 4K, yeah, no, unless it's an 80,000 baht apartment, is going to have something that fancy. I mean, mine had a brand new 55-inch, definitely not an OLED. I think it's a 4K TV. I don't know. I've turned it on maybe 3 times. I just used the laptop, or I hook the laptop into the TV. But again, that's what I'm doing, is trying to improve my sound right now. But let's assume my TV, the landlord put in when they did a remodel, is I don't even know, let's say it's a $400 TV. Well, if you have to have this latest $1,500 TV, again, work something out with the landlord, tell him, take that TV and put it in your house, and I'm gonna go buy this brand new $1,500 TV, and then I'll leave it up to you. If you want to work something out with him, you know, lower the rent and I'll leave the TV, or take it with you. But who knows, the next place you might get to has the same TV, and now you're stuck with 2 of these. Again, everything is up for negotiation. Myself, I'm just not that picky. I just redid my Netflix, and I forget what the choices were. The typical, do you want 3 people on the account or just 1? And I just did 1, although I can still stick it on 3 machines, I believe. And believe it or not, I just opted for the 720p. I think it was like $2 a month, and it was $9 a month for the 4K. Well, actually, maybe I got the 1080, and it was more for the 4K. Yeah, I could really care less about that. But other people want the best of the best, and I 100% understand that. Now, I've mentioned in other videos, sheets over here. These are probably 200 or 300 thread count sheets, but maybe even 100. I mean, there's some really kind of flimsy sheets over here. I get it. It's an affordability issue. Not every person that's making a lower salary in Thailand wants to spend hundreds of dollars on nice 800 thread count sheets, etc. But you're kind of used to those sheets from the US or different Western countries, well, bring them with you. I would say bring a queen set. I've been in a ton of Airbnbs and rented a couple of condos. They all had a queen mattress, with the exception of where I'm living today. It's a king bed, but that is going to be a little more unusual. If you absolutely insist on having a king, well, you're going to have to make that clear to your realtor. In that case, bring the king sheets from the United States. I don't know what they cost in the UK. Again, I'm a guy from California. I do know you can get some beautiful sheets at even Costco, much less Marshall's or Ross. Compared to, I wanted one flat sheet to use as a comforter. There's no flat sheets over here. It's just fitted sheets for the mattress, and then 2 pillowcases. That's how you buy your sheets. The only place I could find that one fitted queen sheet was a Ralph Lauren store in the mall. And I believe that one sheet, again, it was Ralph Lauren. I'm sure it was a fancy thread count. It was over $100 for one sheet. Again, maybe that's the norm, and I'm just so used to buying nice sheets at Costco or on sale at Ross. I'm certainly not paying $300-400 for a set of Ralph Lauren sheets over here in Bangkok. Just use a little common sense. I know a lot of people, they think everything is cheap in Southeast Asia, especially electronics and all, and that's just not the case. Sure, you can maybe find different Chinese knockoff items, but different things like laptops, even cell phones, I'll just roughly say 20 to 25% more, and a lot less sale items. I don't think I've ever bought a laptop. I normally would buy the latest, greatest, maybe 1-year-old model that was on sale and save $500 in the US. Here, if that same laptop is, let's say $2,000, I might get it in the US 1 year later, marked down 20%, then on sale for another 300%. I'm walking out the door at $1,400. Here, that $2,000 laptop, even 1 year later, might be on sale for $1,900. And again, I'm just making those numbers up because it's probably not going to be $2,000 in the US and $2,000 here. If it's a nice gaming laptop, video editing, whatever, for $2,000 in the US, it might be $2,400 here. So even 1 year old, when they mark it down a little bit, then it's probably going to be $2,000 again. I'm making these numbers up, but you get what I'm saying. And this is looking in the direction of Rama 4. If you headed off, I don't know, 2 kilometers, you would be at Wireless Road and all the embassies, the US Embassy, etc. Off to the left, you would wind to head over to Chinatown. And these cars are coming from the Sukhumvit area, maybe another 2 kilometers off in the other direction. You'll see Channel 3 TV off in the distance. It's going on 9 and things are closing up at 10. Most of these large grocery stores open at 10 in the morning and close at 10 at night. There's a few on Sukhumvit. Most of the food lands are 24 hours. I know the Via Market up there by the Robin Hood Tavern, up on the Soi 33 and a half Sukhumvit area, it's 24, as well as the Tops Market, Soi 41, right near Stella's Secret Bar, 24 hours. And there's a Dunkin' Donuts. They didn't have what I needed or what I'm trying to look for at the Big C. I'm gonna come take a peek over here at Lotus. I'll probably have to head to the electronics store, Power Buy. It's kind of like a Best Buy in the US. That is just strictly phones and electronics, a few appliances. But these stores are just like Walmart, so they might have 6 sound bars. You go into that Power Buy, there might be a dozen or more. It's probably 5 after 9. Most of the smaller businesses in the lobby are already closed up. Just not enough traffic. The large grocery stores, Lotus, Big C, 10 p.m. And there's the sporting goods store, Decathlon. I'm not sure if it's French. I'm not sure. But you can find pretty much anything in here. Camping gear. Different water things. They're kind of changing the store around. The registers used to be right here on the right. It is a membership store, but that's just a matter of giving them your email or phone number. Not a big deal. Here's the Garmin watches. Plenty of camping supplies. High seat hiking, trekking. Paddleboards. snorkeling, weight equipment, all kinds of things in here. They have plenty of name brands and then I guess Chinese brands at a discount. All kinds of fitness equipment. Badminton, tennis, golf. You can definitely find the latest set of TaylorMades over here. That's probably going to be in the fancy mall. Here it's this Innis brand. I see 10,000 baht for, I don't know what that is. I think a full set of clubs and a bag, maybe 14,000 baht. But yeah, it's not too bad. Let's get out there, have some fun. And they have a nice bicycle department. I bought my 2 mountain bike tires and tubes. Actually, the nice guys over at a fancy bike store across the way in the A Square Mall over there at the top of 26 near Rama 4, next to that fake wave. I forget what it's called. What's it called? Near the Harley shop, Flow House. They were nice enough to just charge me to change my tires and inner tube. Yeah, I can do all that, but I'd probably pinch a tube. It's just a pain for small money. I forget what it was. I think he asked for, I don't even remember, 210 baht or something. I probably gave him 300 baht because he was nice enough to say, I can sell you tires and tubes, but they're going to be a lot because they're for fancy bikes, fancy $1,000 mountain bikes, and this is just a piece of junk beach cruiser. So he said, walk across the street here at Decathlon, get some Chinese tires and tubes, and I'll put them on for you. So as you can see, it's a large store. I know they're putting a new Decathlon at Terminal 21 in the Asok area. I've been watching them put the sign up and fill the store. It's probably open by the time this video comes out. But like I mentioned on the Banana Electronics store, I'm guessing the Terminal 21 location will be a quarter of the size of this store. Even the new IKEA at the M-Sphere Mall, I don't know, maybe I'm a little specific, but half of the things I ask for, if it's a rug, if it's this, if it's that, at that IKEA, they say we need to bring it over from the Bang Na, the Mega Bang Na Mall store. And I just said, I'll just go over there. They have a free shuttle from, I don't know if it's the Udom Suk. You can simple Google search. I think you take the BTS Udom Suk and they have a IKEA shuttle to run you over to the mall. Yeah, I just go over there, pick it up. I do have to then get a grab and manhandle a 10-foot rug back to my condo, but it's better than waiting 3 or 4 days for the IKEA to ship it to my house. And here's something you don't see in every sporting goods store, a Muay Thai section. And as I'm walking into the Lotus, they have the Yamahas on display. The smaller ones, I'm assuming 125s, 46,000 baht, upwards of 90,000 baht. This one's 46. And that's kind of unique, 72.5. And a 90,000 baht, I'm assuming that's a 150 or a 175. I'm not sure. I don't have the stickers. Oh, it's a 155. And if that's the same model. Nope, that was 93.5. So these Yamahas seem to, I don't know, be a little bit more, I was going to say, than the, and here's Fazio. I'm not sure if that's also Yamaha. I'm not sure. I think it's its own brand. The Hondas, I've seen them fairly cheap. Well, that's a 115. So yeah, that might be a little tough with 2 big people on the bike. Again, I don't know what these Fazios are. They're here with the Yamaha display. And this is the Lotus. You can see it's just as large as the Big C. Normally these places are just crazy busy. It is about 9:30. And they're closing up on a Wednesday night. It goes all the way to that back wall. Electronics, everything. Just like the Big C. If you're deciding between, say, 3 condos and one of them is near the Lotus up on Sukhumvit Soi 50, yeah, do yourself a favor and lean in that direction. It's nice to have one of these mega stores nearby. Otherwise, you need to jump on the train, head 6 stops to the nearest Big C or Lotus. I'm pretty lucky to have the 2 next to each other. Not that that's a big deal. One is probably fine, but like I say, when I'm going to purchase something for $100, I'll normally walk into the Big C and then come across to the Lotus and see if it's a better deal. I have nothing but time. And it looks like they powered all the electronics down, getting ready to close. This is kind of interesting. They put all the phones away. I didn't know, maybe they do that in stores in the US. I don't know. They have the little security things on them, but yep, they locked them up tight. Hey, so there you go. In a much smaller way, I bought 2 gigantic things of, I guess they're lotion with sunscreen. That's an absolute essential over here. I probably didn't use sunscreen as much as I should have in San Diego, but over here, you got to do it or you'll just get fried. Anyhow, I paid, I think it was 800 baht or something like that for these 2 huge bottles over at Big C. Didn't think much about it. Came over here, just happened to take a look to see what it cost here, and it was half the cost or 40% off. So yeah, I took the time, went back over, returned them at Big C. No big deal. Sometimes at the counter, you'll have to use Google Translate. Not all the time, but tonight I did. Not that big a deal. Maybe in the United States, it's a little bit more questioned to return lotions and things like that. I don't know. I wouldn't ever try to return, say, deodorant, but I put in the Google Translate, hey, I just bought this 10 minutes ago, and it's half price over at Lotus. And she's like, yeah, absolutely. I'll return it. Go get it at Lotus. So if you have 2 next to each other, and even up and on Newt, the Big C's on Soy 77, and not far, right across the street on Soy 50 is the Lotus. I take the time to compare. $100 is my normal limit, but today you can see I went back and returned it to save $8 or $7, whatever it was. So thank you so much for running around with me in between Big C, Lotus, and the Decathlon Sporting Goods. There'll be more videos to come. See you.